What's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 9:34 p.m. Thursday night, July the 17th, 2025 year of our Lord. Oh man, hot day today, guys. Hot day. It's gonna be this way until it ain't. But don't know how long that's gonna be. Probably sometime mid-September. But it's all good, man. We built for it down here in Georgia. It's always hot down here. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to hop on here, man. I've had a lot going on, a whole lot going on in the past 2 months. You know, this summer in general, the entire summer, ever since the beginning of the growing season, I've just been snake bitten all year. You know, it hasn't been a complete washout. The Lord has definitely blessed me richly and abundantly this year. He really has. You know, when I got that website from that guy last year, I've told y'all about that in the past. I worked out a deal with a guy where I gave him some services and he built a website for me, and it was free the first year. After that, I think it's like $99, a grand total of $130. I can't remember what all exactly it was that I had to pay for, but last year everything was free, and came out smelling like a freaking rose on that deal, without a doubt. And it probably close to tripled my revenue that website did. We're not gonna get into numbers or anything like that. I don't like talking about that on YouTube, but I'm at a point, or I got to a point, where I was having to turn people away because I just had too much work to do, man. I just had entirely too much to do and couldn't handle it all on my own. And so yeah, the Lord has definitely blessed me richly and abundantly. I never thought I would get to that point in my business. You know, for a while it seemed like it was impossible that something like that would ever happen. And then it happened, you know. God is good. But I'm gonna tell you something. I have dealt with a lot this year, and everybody told me going into this that once I get to a point to where I'm on the fence of needing an employee and not needing an employee, that things would get tough, and that it would be wise for me to go ahead and get an employee. But here's my thoughts on that. I don't want to hire somebody until I have enough work year-round to keep them busy year-round. And the reason being is because when I find a good employee, I want to be able to take care of that employee. I know I'm not going to be able to keep somebody busy for 50 weeks or 48 weeks out of a year. I know I'm not going to be able to do that. Not in this business. You have slow times in lawn care. Everybody knows that. But if you play your cards right, you can keep them busy enough where you can justify paying them a salary every week, year round. You can. I know people that do it. I have looked at the numbers. I'm close to that point that I can do it, but I'm not quite there yet. And before I get to that, or before I do pull the trigger on something like that, I want to make sure beyond the shadow of a doubt that I have everything in place that needs to be in place. I want to have all the equipment that I need, the truck that I need. I want to be I want to be set up to do payroll, all that good stuff. I want, the proper workers' comp insurance, everything. I want it all 100% by the book before I hire a full-time employee, because I want to be able to take care of that employee. If he is good enough for me to hire on full-time, he is good enough for me to take damn good care of him. And I am under the belief, I came from a blue-collar world. I know what it's like to work for another man. And when you have somebody that doesn't care about you, that is over you, it is hard to work for somebody like that, and it is extremely hard to respect somebody like that. And when you have an employee in the truck that has a bad attitude because of a direct reflection of management, that creates a cancer within your crew. It just spreads. So I want to start things off on the right foot when I do get to a point where I absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, need to hire a full-time employee. Got to have everything in place. And also, there's some things I want to get paid off. I want to have some debts paid off before I pull the trigger on that. And I'm getting really close, guys. I'm really close to that point, but I'm just not quite there yet. And truthfully, I'll probably be there before this summer is over. The rate everything is going, or maybe not the rate everything went past 2 weeks, but we'll see. But I'm probably not going to make a decision like that until sometime next year, because it wouldn't make good sense for me to do that at the end of the summer, knowing things are about to get slow. But that has led to a lot of stress. Needing an employee, you know, it's hot as hell here in Georgia. That ain't no secret, man. Everybody knows the Southeast is very hot, man. Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, I'm sure Tennessee, Kentucky, I'm sure it gets hot up there. I don't know. But here, I can only speak for here, man. It's hot. It is hot. 95 plus, 100 degree plus, you name it. It's been there and back. And dealt with a lot of rain this year, man. I had 1 week that I can only service half of my customers, and I had another week that I could not service any of my customers because of rain. What else? Employees. I had a part-time employee this summer. Screwed my eyes out without knowing that he screwed my eyes out. He's young, didn't know any better, and had to part ways with him. It just didn't work out. And he has more important things on his mind, and I'm not being facetious when I say that. He really did have more important things on his mind. He's starting a career, a lifelong career, and you know, truthfully, I don't blame him. You know, when you know you're about to start a lifelong career, that's first and foremost in your mind, not the task at hand. So things just didn't work out. Had to let him go, and riding solo doing this all year long, and or all but about a month out of the season. And what else? Oh, equipment failures. The 61's done gone down on me twice this year. 3 times, I'm sorry, including today. It's gone down on me 3 times this year. One time it was down on me for 2 weeks. One time it was down on me for 3 days. And one time today it was down on me for, you know, just a day. Combi units. My combi unit tore up. I finally just went and got it back from the shop because the part is so far on back order. I just went and got it back from the shop. I figured, hell, at this point I'd go ahead and buy the part and fix it myself, you know, get it off of Amazon or something. And which I haven't ordered the part yet. It's just a carburetor. I'm ordering a new carburetor and put on there for the KM131. What else? Another hedge trimmer tore up on me. One of my blowers tore up on me earlier this year. Trailer tore up on me. I've gone through 24 plugs this year, guys. Last week I was in a property. A tire went flat on the walker, and decided to finish that yard up with the 36. Went to go get the 36 off of the trailer. Had to jump it off with the walker because the battery died. I was out of plugs. I had to go to the parts store. Got to the parts store, started pouring down rain, thunder, and lightning. I've had a lot going on this year, guys. A whole lot. And it's hard to make money when you're spending money. You know, you got to spend money to make money. And it's not a fact of me not making money. I'm still remaining very profitable. But I'm having to deal with a lot, man. I'm having to deal with a lot. And my wife said it today. I called her today just venting, you know. I don't do this a whole lot. I don't like to vent to Mama Tank about everything in my business, because if I did, she would probably bawl her eyes out. She'd be nervous as hell and stressed out worse than what I am, scared that we ain't gonna be able to pay our bills, because she doesn't know everything that goes on behind the scenes. But I called her today because I was just frustrated and I needed to talk to somebody, and told her, you know, she knows all the breakdowns and malfunctions and tires and all that good stuff. She knows about all that. And called her today, told her, I said, you know, 61's broke down, it won't crank. It's a simple fix, just a fuse. I just ain't got no fuses with me, and I can't see. I don't have my glasses with me, can't see what the hell I'm doing. So I'll come home and drop it off. Oh yeah, by the way, the rocker switch for my 36 on my green guard on my 36, the chute blocker, the rocker switch got ripped off of the mower and got tore up because a weeping willow branch got wrapped around it, and I wasn't paying attention, didn't even realize that had happened until it was too late. So it's stuck wide open. Got to have that, because I've got some yards that are so small you ain't got no choice but to do the whole damn yard with the chute blocker closed because of flower beds and driveways and cars and roads and sidewalks, you name it. But yeah, yesterday I broke I cut a line to an AC system. Didn't know it till this afternoon. The customer texted me a picture, and he told me he wasn't mad. He was very understanding. He said, "Listen, I'm not mad. I just want you to know and be aware that my AC unit, the line is not normal. It sticks out further than what it normally does on normal AC units. It actually sticks out way to the side. It's not right behind it." And it was a new customer. And he told me that he went ahead and covered it, paid for it, and they came out and fixed it. And I told him, I said, "Well, listen, I'm not sending you another invoice." I said, "I'm gonna keep." He didn't want me to pay for it. He didn't know I had insurance. He thought because I was a solo operator that I was doing it on the side, and figured that I didn't have insurance. That's what he told me. And I told him, I said, "Listen," I said, "anytime something breaks," I said, "I don't care if it's $1 or if it's $1 million. I said, if something breaks, you let me know." I said, I'm not that guy that's gonna have you pay for a service and then turn around and pay for a damage that was caused by that service. So I need to know how much that costs to get it fixed so I can reimburse you for it. And I also need you to start letting me know, because you're gonna miss stuff. You don't always know when you tear stuff up. And I've had that happen several times. I've busted windows, broke fences, you name it. It happens. You're gonna break stuff. That's the point of insurance. But he told me, he said, "No, I'm not worried about it. I've already paid for it. It's no big deal. It wasn't expensive." And I just flat out told him, I said, "I'm gonna keep servicing your property." I said, but I'm not sending you another darn invoice until you let me know how much that costs so I can pay you back." And he got it out of me. I got it out of him. It was $125, which wasn't bad at all. And I told him, "You've got a choice. I can either give you an envelope with cash in it, or I can just take that off of your next monthly payment." And he told me I told him it'd be better for me if I paid him with cash. That way my bookkeeper doesn't ream my ass. But so yeah, we're going with the cash. And but that, and also I fired 2 customers this week, and I had 2 customers inform me. Well, one of those 2 customers that I fired actually fired me as well. It was a mutual agreement. I told y'all about that. Put a video out about that. But I fired another one. I talked about that in a previous video. I was actually going to give them till the 20th to pay an invoice, but I'm just sick of it. I am sick of it. You've got an invoice due. I've talked to you about it twice already. I'm not giving you any more grace, man. I'm just done with it. And the invoice was due. I can't remember if it was yesterday or Tuesday. The invoice was due. I texted them, told them the invoice was a day late, and they haven't responded. And almost, they're fired. They're not getting serviced ever again by me. But I'm gonna wait a week. I think the 16th was yesterday. So yeah, they got the invoice yesterday, and I'm gonna give it till next Wednesday. If they don't respond or pay the invoice by then, I'm gonna simply just text them and tell them that if it's not paid within 48 hours, it will be turned over to collections. Simple as that. So I'm tired of dealing with it, man. I work hard. I provide a quality service, and I'm very dependable. I always communicate. All I ask is that you pay me on time. That's all I ask. And it's very frustrating when people for one thing, it's frustrating when people don't respect you like they would another service provider. I get it, you know, I'm the loan guy. I understand that. I've been called that several times. It is what it is. I don't care. I like what I do. My business is I make good money doing what I do. Probably make more money than what most of my customers make. But, you know, regardless of what I do for a living, this is a legitimate business. You're going to pay me, and you're going to pay me on time. And it's that part's frustrating. And also it's frustrating, you know, if you can't afford a service, don't get the service. Simple as that. Also, if you do get into a situation where you know you're not going to be able to pay it on time, communicate with me, man. I get it. Life happens. Things are extremely expensive right now. It costs a damn arm and a leg to just live right now. I understand 100%. I'm a dad and I'm a husband. I'm a homeowner. All that good stuff. I completely 100% understand. Just communicate with me. But, so yeah, they're gone. They don't know it yet, but they're gone. And I've done some praying about some properties over in West Augusta. The only 3 I have over there is 2 customers, 3 properties. And great customers, they really are. But I've done some praying about that, and you know, the Lord put it on my heart to just hang on to them customers until the end of the season. It's the right thing to do, and these customers really have been good to me. Even though it is a pain to drive way over there every Thursday. I serviced them this morning, as a matter of fact. That's the ones that I needed with the 61. That's the ones that I needed the 61 for. But I'm gonna hang on to them to the end of the year, just you know, make sure I do the right thing. But after the last service, I'm gonna give them a buddy of mine's phone number that covers that area, and let them know that I will not be coming back next year, and leave on a good note. You know what I mean? And then I got 2 more customers that have informed me. One of them is moving to Boise, Idaho, and another one is moving to Fort Hood in Texas. I think it's in Texas. They just said Fort Hood. And he's U.S. Army. And he's getting restationed to Fort Hood. I'm assuming that's Texas. I think it is. But either way, they're moving. And services will be discontinued after the next, well, one of them is after this next service next week. And he said possibly one more, but he knows he's definitely not going to be getting service throughout August. And he said he might get one more, but he doubts it. And the other one is moving in September. So probably all of August, and that'll be it for that customer. But I have lost a grand total of 33 customers this year. Some of them are old customers. Some of them are my fault. Some of them are the customer's fault. And some of them are employees' fault. But I lost 11 customers within a 2-week stretch earlier this year when I had an employee, and that contributes a lot to why I don't have an employee anymore. And it's just been a frustrating year, man. It really has. I should be around 120 customers right now, somewhere around in there, and I haven't broke 100 yet, and I'm fixing to be under 90. And when I say that many customers, you know, that's for recurring bush customers and recurring lawn maintenance customers. I lump my bush customers into that because my bush customers are very expensive customers, but and they're recurring. So, but yeah, it's frustrating, man. It really has. It's been a tough season, and we all go through it. You know, this has by far been the best books, or the best record on the best season on the books in the past 5 years that I've been in business. But as far as just heartache and stress and frustration, this has by far been the worst season as well. And it comes, you know, it's growing pains, stuff like that. And the reason I'm getting on here, man, is because I want to show you guys every aspect of the business. You know, I don't show any mowing footage. You guys have seen enough mowing videos. Everybody puts out mowing videos. I don't own a GoPro. I'm probably not ever going to own a GoPro. If I do, I might put out, if I do buy one day, I don't know, I might put out a video sooner or later, but probably not. That's just not my thing. This is me, basically, I just vlog every now and then. But I try to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I've had some very, very, very amazing times in business. And probably 80% of the time, things are good in business. But you've got bad times, and then you've got extremely low points in business. You really do. And I'm not going to say this is an ugly time. It's not an extreme low point, but I'm struggling right now, man. I really am. And I'm going through a lot of stress. And it's to the point where Mama Tank made me start taking Lexapro to calm my stress out a little bit. That way I don't have a heart attack or a stroke or something. And before I'm 50 years old. But she's making me as soon as she gets the chance, she's going to schedule me a doctor's appointment to get prescribed for something to help me with stress, man. Because I'm telling you, the past 2 months, it has not taken much at all. It has not taken much to just flat out set me off the past 2 months. And with everything I've dealt with, and all of it's not business, you know. I've got 2 boys that are just, whew, they are hell on wheels, man. They're just like I was when I was a boy. I'm telling you, I'm suffering for all the shit I put my parents through when I was a boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, you've got good times, you've got great times, and you've got bad times in business. And right now it's not necessarily a good time, but it's not necessarily a bad time either, man. It's somewhere in between that. And still doing what needs to be done. I didn't finish my route today. I got so doggone tired and mad and aggravated and hot because I popped a 20 amp fuse on the 61. Just a simple fix, you know, but I didn't have my glasses with me. I couldn't see anything. Guys, I'm pretty sure I'm legally blind, because I cannot see nothing without my glasses. And couldn't find my fuses. They wasn't in the truck. They wasn't on the trailer. They're not in my garage. They're not in the boat. Not in Mama Tank's car. That leads me to believe only one thing, but I'm not going to say it, but you know what it is. You know what I'm thinking happened to them fuses. But it's all good, man. It's all good. I was that age once too, and I put my daddy through a lot. So I understand. And I ain't gonna kill him. But yeah, man, I couldn't find my fuses. So and I couldn't find my tester either. I'm pretty sure my tester is where my fuses are, because I always keep them together. And they're always in my toolbox on my truck until I need them. But I couldn't fix it out in the field, and couldn't see the fuse to even tell if it was the fuse. Had no problem getting to the fuse. I know exactly where the fuse is, because I've had that happen on the 36 before. And all right standards are basically the same when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I just did everything I could with the 36, mowed the big properties with the 36, and did all my other properties with the 36. And I mowed 1 or 2 properties today with the walker, and still got 4 left from today. But the good news is I only had 1 on the schedule tomorrow, and that's that commercial property, that dentist office. So I'm gonna knock that thing out at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna be on the rest of those 4 properties sometime around 8:30, and we'll get all of it done. I'm gonna be caught up by the end of tomorrow. And yeah, I just called it quits today. Came home, took a shower, took a nap, put my glasses on, came out here, checked the fuse, went to O'Reilly's, bought a fuse, or bought a kit, a pack of fuses, popped another 20 amp fuse in there, put it back together, crunk it right up. We ready to rock and roll tomorrow. One thing that I have told myself every single day this year, actually 2 things. The Lord is always with me, and He has not left me nor forsaken me, and He has not brought me this far to drop me flat on my face. That's first and foremost. I've always told myself that. The other thing I always tell myself, just about every single day, especially this year, it gets better. Tomorrow's another day. And that's what I'm telling myself right now. What a year, guys. What a year. But hey, man, that's part of business. And the bigger you get, the more headache you're going to have, man. But it does help when you have employees to share that headache with you. And when you actually have somebody to talk to. But yeah, I really wanted to put this video out, man. That way some of you guys out there that are wanting to start a business, you would see it, you know. You would see the stress and the frustrations that come along with running a small business, growing a small business, being a solo operator and running lean and mean as long as you can. It's tough. It is. And it's not for everybody. If you're weak-minded, you don't have a strong mind, you don't have, you know, you don't have the stomach for stress or frustrations, and you better have thick skin, man, because people are going to tell you stuff you don't want to hear. But if you can deal with that kind of stuff, I promise you it is worth it. As frustrated as I am right now, man, I've asked myself so many times this year, why in the hell do I keep doing this to myself? Why do I put myself through this? I had a good job, making 6 figures, benefits, insurance, retirement, all that, you name it, the works, all of it. And then, when I'm home every day by 5 o'clock, Mama Tank's got supper on the stove. The kids are playing in the backyard. I go upstairs, take a shower, come down, take a load off, drink a beer. I think to myself, man, if I was at my last job, I'd still be out working for another 2 or 3 hours. Oh, and not to mention the fact I used to have to be at work at 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I have to remind myself, if there's something I don't want to do, I ain't got to do it. You can't do that working for another man. And then a prime example like today, the frustrations that I had today. If I was working for another man and I'd have pulled a stunt like I did today, just throw the towel in and come home and say I'm going to start again tomorrow, I'd have got fired. I do this every day because I enjoy the freedoms that I have. There's nothing like working for yourself. You make your own schedule, you make your own paycheck. And if you don't want to do something, just simply don't do it. Every customer ain't your customer. Oh, and not to mention the fact, I have plenty of time in the late fall, all winter long, early spring, to hunt, fish, play golf. I get every weekend off just about all year long. Go hunting, fishing, play golf, whatever I want to do. And not to mention it pays pretty good too. But that's why I do this, guys. I do this for freedom. It's frustrating, it's tough, it's hot, it's cold, it's wet, nasty. Deal with a lot, but it's worth it. The pros far outweigh the cons, I promise you. So, do I recommend it to anybody? Only if you have thick skin, and only if you're self-motivated, and only if you can get through the frustration and heartaches, and you can deal with stress. It's like the Bible says, this too shall pass. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all got something out of this video, especially you new guys, man. I hope y'all are informed by anything I just said. If not, that's fine, man. And if this video's too much, that's fine too. Let me know down in the comments below. Either way, I don't care. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch y'all on the next video, man. But hey, till then, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all.